Hey guys, it's Ashley and Damon. I'm going to do the first vlog with us together. I know I posted a video with him a long time ago and you guys liked that one, so I thought I would do this one. You guys asked a lot of questions, so I'm going to just kind of skim through and pick ones that we want to do. Just because if I don't, this video would be like 15 minutes long and it would take forever to upload. So I'm just going to start off. Stina said, I want to hear Damon's story on how you first met / your first kiss. I've heard it from you a million times. Well, first of all, I don't think you've heard it from me a million times because I've told you about the bonfire the night that we like officially became a couple, but I don't think I told you. I might have, but like when we first met was years before, like about a year before we became a couple. And our first kiss, we were not a couple; we were just friends. So he can tell you both of those if he wants. I mean, it started out like, you want to just throw things in with me because I know you do.
Yeah.
Like it was the first day of school, sophomore year. So what year was that? Like
2000.
No, it was 2007, 2006, 2005, 2004, 2003, 2002. Was it 2002?
No, 2002 is when we started high school.
Okay, so it was 2003.
No, 2003 when we started high school. So it was like 2004, 2005 year.
Okay, 2004, 2005, whatever. So it was then, and it was in August, about exactly a year ago, because I think we started school the 22nd or the 23rd, so
yeah,
probably exactly like that many years ago. And I had went to school early because I didn't realize that only freshmen came in the beginning of the day because orientation, they didn't tell me that. So I was there early, and I was sitting in like my special, by the way, my hair is wet, guys. It's not like grease moppy, whatever, it's wet. I just got out of the shower. So anyway, I have felt the need to explain that because I look like a wet poodle right now. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, so I was sitting in my special room because of my emotional issues, and I was waiting for my classes to start, and I heard, Mr. V! Like this loud shout, and I turn around and I see this like tall-ass kid wearing this light blue and white sweatshirt, and he was like, I don't think you had the rag face then. I think that was done.
Yeah.
He did a wigger thing freshman year and was wearing do-rags and stuff like that, and I'm kind of glad I didn't know him then because I don't know how much I would have been anxious to like be like, hey. No, but anyway, like something about him just like caught my attention. Maybe it's because he was so loud and obnoxious, but I don't know. So I was like, okay, he didn't see me, he didn't say anything to me. You know, this was a question to you, right?
Yeah.
It was addressed to David, but
You're telling your point of view of it.
yeah. So then I walked into English 6th period, because he didn't notice me at this point yet. And I heard that loud bellowing voice again, and then that's when me and him met, and you can feel free to describe that if you want. We didn't, like, I mean, I was the weird, like, goth kid, and he was, like, the one that was friends with all, like, the ghetto kids and the jocks and all that junk. He was popular, and I was, like, the fat freak in the corner. No, he was. He won't. I became popular senior year, not because people even knew who I was, but because I was Damon's girlfriend. It was, hey, there's Damon's girlfriend. Hey, Damon's girlfriend, come here. Like, that was who I was. So he's full of it if he says anything otherwise. So do you want to explain, like, one of the first things you remember? I don't know when that started. Bella Rose.
Well, basically the first thing that I really remember when we actually started talking was when you handed me the note saying that you had liked me and asked me if I liked you.
That was
like one of those check here type things.
That was like halfway into the school year. You don't remember anything prior to that?
Well, I remember you doing my homework for me a lot of the times.
Yeah. He broke his wrist and told me he was left-handed, and it was his left hand, whatever. And told me he was left-handed, so I was like, oh, I'll take your notes for you. I'll do your homework for you. Yeah. He was a dick, pretty much. But, yeah.
In the beginning I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he was like the bully guy in the beginning. Not really. Oh, and then he liked me, but we could not be seen together because we were from two social different groups or whatever. So we just like pretended it wasn't there until a year later.
You know how it was back in high school.
Yeah. pretty much. That we were no exception. Just because we're high school sweethearts, it took us a year till we actually got together because, of course, there was the drama in that aspect.
So...
Oh my god, it's been 5 minutes on one question. This is why I can't do, like, all these questions. I talk too much.
Well, the questions ask for a lot of detail, but...
Yeah, we have
anyways,
to be parts.
Back in sophomore year, after we started talking a lot, we started hanging out a little bit more in school.
The library, too.
And,
You would meet me at the library after school because we knew none of our friends would be at the library.
I had asked her out in sophomore year, and we went out for like 5 days.
And then he dumped me because his friends made fun of him.
And they were making fun of her too, so...
Classy.
Anyways... what was it? Probably... 3 months after we broke up, I was over at our friend's Wally's house, and we went and saw a movie. What was it?
Dark Waters.
And
I just told Sarah about this the other day. That was where I had my first kiss with Damon.
Oh, really? So we went and saw this Dark Waters movie, and we're holding hands during the movie and just kind of flirting back.
And we started making out, and that was his first kiss and our first kiss together. So we were together. Then we get out of the movie theater, and he goes, "You know, we're still not dating, right?" So yeah, it took me a while to build him to the Damon you guys have heard about. So, anyways, let's go to the next question. So our initial meeting was not that cute, but the story of when we actually became a couple at the bonfire, that is like a cute notebooky story. Okay, let's see. What do you miss the most about each other when Damon's on the road? When Damon's on the road, I pretend he's not. I don't acknowledge that he's gone. I don't text or call him. I know that makes me bad, but I can't comprehend that he's not here, and I just don't like it, so I just try not to deal with it. But what I miss most is probably the ability to just reach out and be like, "Damon, come help me for a second. Like, I need to talk to you." Like, simple little things. Like, sometimes the blinds comes unhooked, and he's tall and he can reach it for me. You know, a jar I can't get open.
Which happens every...
Pretty much. I mean, like little things that you take for granted that when they're not there you have to figure out how to do, or you just realize how alone you are, and yeah. So it was really stupid, like little things like that. And then the ability to just all of a sudden break down and start crying and have someone there to care was lacking too. So I don't know, what do you miss about me when you're gone? My boobs.
Well, besides that, no, just having you next to me and being able to cuddle you and talk to you and everything. But what was different though was, and I'm not saying I didn't miss you, was that since I was working, I was driving. It was pretty much drive for 11 hours, then sleep, drive for another 11 hours, sleep.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were here sensing, like,
yeah,
you know, it's easier to leave than to be left.
My mind was focused a lot on work. Not that, you know, driving during that 10 hours, I didn't ever think about you, but...
Yeah, no, I know. Okay, let's see. Damon, you should have a nationwide seminar. These are all from Stina, by the way. You should have a nationwide seminar and teach other men manners, yes? Ashley should have a nationwide seminar and teach women how to mold their men into having nice manners, yes.
She's acting like she changed me 100%, but I had to change myself too, so it was 50-50.
But you gotta admit, how many times have you told me that you don't know where you'd be without me? Out of the things I've helped you do. Your anger problems alone, punch and shit.
Once or twice.
You're full of it. Ashley, dream vacation with me. Where would we go? How long? Etc. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. But I'm not good at questions like those. I don't know, because I have not been anywhere, so I'd be happy to go anywhere. I know, me, you, Amber, Maui. Forever. Let's go.
Okay, fine, then just let me, that'd be cool.
Richie, you, and Dallin can go too. Whatever. Okay, now we're going to get to Amber's question. Amber is who we got the fake stuff from before. Just so you know.
Okay.
Sorry, Amber. Who we got the fake stuff from. Okay. Oh, I'm unprepared. She said, show us any cool objects or notes that you've kept that have sentimental value for you too. I'm unprepared, so I'm going to skip that one. I totally forgot we're still recording. I'll just start the first one then. I have to just stop trying to think about it. What is something new you two discovered together? Something you tried together or found together and now enjoy? We haven't really done things together that we enjoy, but we've done things individually that we've kind of taught the other one about a little bit. Like him with his snakes, that was since we were together. Him with the guitar, that was since we were together. He's good and he's patient and like will listen to me babble on about like crocheting or painting or art supplies, like things that the other one wouldn't have normally reached out into. We've learned about through the other one, but we haven't really, I don't think, discovered something together. Can you think of anything?
Not necessarily discovered together, but I think the guitar is pretty much, you know...
That's like one thing that we really have in common right now, because me and Damon really don't have much in common at all. But the other night we were both playing the same thing on the guitar, and that was pretty cool. Okay, what places do each of you want to see before you die? Well, I'd like to go to Bora Bora for our honeymoon. I'd like to see Ireland before I die, but I doubt that's going to happen. I'd like to see Hawaii before I die. I don't know. Damon's seen everywhere in America, so I'm sure he'd want to go somewhere else. I would like to see...
Yeah, pretty much other countries now.
I would like to see Italy. That would be nice. Australia. I don't know. I'd be happy anywhere. Other than, like, you know, an iceberg floating around Alaska or something. You know. What are your plans for Halloween? We have none. We have never celebrated Halloween together, like, of us both dressing up and stuff, because we're not party people. And if we dress up, what are we going to do? Walk around trick-or-treat and look like pedophiles? I mean... You know, what are we going to do?
Plus, I can't find a costume in my size.
Yeah, he's, like, super tall. What are things that make you respect each other? One thing that makes me respect him is how much he's changed since I first met him. Like, this video is not shining, like, good light on Damon. I realize that because it started out with the past, but he's changed a lot since I met him. Anger, pretty much gone. He doesn't throw as many tantrums as he used to get so angry. He worked through anger problems. He's, you know, working. If he's not working, he's looking for work. He does what he says he's going to do now. You know, I mean... One thing I've always been able to respect is that he keeps his word, like 99% of the time. If he says he's going to do something, he does it. If he's not going to do it, he'll straight up say he's not going to do it. But he is honest with that, and he's always been there for me, and I can respect that because I am well aware how hard it is to be there for me with my emotional ups and downs and repeats, and that's how I'm always going to be, and he knows that and still put a ring on it, so... Mad respect for that. What about you?
My respect for you comes from basically still being with me after everything, and you know, all my anger issues and you know, all that good jazz. And one of the biggest things is you know, how surprised I was when you actually said yes. You know.
Yeah, guys, he was surprised. He thought I was going to say no. Like, I have the ring, and he puts it on my finger, right? And he goes, so you said yes? Like, no, we've been together almost 5 years. You think I would be like, no, ew, get out. No, I don't know why he even thought that. What do you look forward to about raising kids together? Emily! We actually talk about having kids probably as much as people that have children talk about their kids. Like, we talk a lot about, we have like everything picked out. they know how I feel about that. So I'm gonna let you talk about it because they all know how crazy I am.
Basically, the thing that I'm looking forward to raising kids is basically kind of molding my children into being something that I wasn't growing up, and to shed a little bit of light on that, basically to help them and see them go on a path that I didn't really want to go down, like such a school. I never did schoolwork, and she was always doing my homework for me.
And I'm really looking forward to just the simple moments, like just rocking them to sleep, rubbing their hair when they fall asleep when they're older, just taking them to the carnival, to the zoo, helping them with homework, helping them with problems, I'm looking forward to like every moment. And hopefully if we do our job right, then, I mean, if I can be half the mother my mom was, then...
Well, basically that's why...
It makes me want to cry. Like, no one understands how much I want my kids. I literally cannot wait.
Basically that's what I was trying to say too. I just, if you can't tell, I'm horrible with words and trying to...
To put it short, we're really, really looking forward to having kids.
But if I had to pick, one thing to talk about raising the kid, that's what it would be, is just helping them, raising them to be a good...
All right, this has hit 16 minutes, so we got to go. Ashley, you have to leave your house. This is from Becky. Ashley, you have to leave your house forever, and you can only take one non-living thing. What do you take with you? My treasure box. My treasure box has, I call it my treasure box, but I've had it since I was little. It's got a bunch of little mementos, letters from people, notes, cards, all kinds of stuff, little jewelry things from family that's passed away. It's very sentimental to me. And I'm sorry, but I wouldn't take one thing, even if it meant that I got caught on fire. I would try to grab as much as I could. I would grab that, and I would grab photo albums, so I would have pictures of my parents. As long as I had that stuff, I would be okay. Damon, what's something you love that Ashley doesn't like? That's an easy question. A lot.
Well...
Fast. For almost 20 minutes.
To... almost just about everything.
I mean, the snakes, that took a lot of adjustment. Like, now I'm, but... I mean, a lot of things. We don't have the same hobbies, really, at all. At both of you, do you remember your first fight? Any idea what it was about? Our first fight was the 5 days that we had gotten together before we actually got together. When we broke up because his friends were teasing him or whatever. Our first fight when we got together, the last time we got together, like for real, legit, 5 years ago. That was probably over his jealousy issues, because he used to have really bad jealousy issues, because I was his first girlfriend and he was paranoid. To either of you, how are you guys so cute together? This is from Miranda. I don't know. People say we look like brother and sister. Maybe that's why. No, I don't know. I don't know why everyone thinks we're cute together. But Melanie says, Damon, at what point did you know you wanted to marry Ashley? I don't even know that.
Well, I think I knew it for a while. It's just a matter of when.
When we were 16, we were talking about possibly getting married when we were 18. I mean, it's always been discussed, but I don't know when he seriously decided that that's what he wanted. And Ashley and Damon, this is also from Melanie. What are you most looking forward to about married life? Kids. Being parents. Being together for them and working as a system for them, because me and Damon were both raised by one parent. I was raised by my grandma, he was raised by his grandpa, and we're looking forward to having family memories that, we didn't necessarily get to have.
Most people would say, spending time together, but we've
It's
practically been married for the last 5 years,
We're ready for kids, and we're ready to do that together. We're all about the kids. Emily, Faith, and Noah Matthew so far. But I like Elijah too, so I don't know. What's your favorite thing about Damon that most people don't know about him? I don't think that there's much that people don't know about Damon. I mean, I know a lot, like, to the core part, things, like, emotionally and stuff that people don't know, but I don't know if there's, like, one basic thing that someone doesn't know. I guess I would say I'm going to bust one of his emotional things, but he's a crier. People don't expect that from him. He's, like, 6-something. I mean, he's ginormous, and he's got such a soft heart. Like, he's really compassionate, and most people don't know that about him, because they assume that he's just some hard ass. Because if you see him, and he's standing there and he's you don't want to come near him, but he's just a big teddy bear. You look so pissed. I'm looking over you. You're like, what is Ashley and Damon? What is something the other one does that you would normally be okay with, but that you don't have? I think she means that you normally would not be okay with, but you don't have a problem because it's with the love of your life. Something that would normally annoy us, but we don't care because it's you. Or because it's us. I don't know.
That question I might have to think about.
Yeah, I don't have like an initial snap thought on that. But I wouldn't normally be okay with. Oh, he smacks his mouth when he eats. That drives me crazy, but I don't really care because it's him. It still drives me crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't like harp about it anymore. But he hates it when people do that. If I do it on accident, he goes, "Stop smacking your mouth," and I'm like, "Oh, you do it all the time."
I don't even realize I do.
He doesn't.
But that was just how
that's
I was
just like
raised by my grandfather.
But I had to really stop and think about that question because I really didn't have an initial reaction. Okay, this video is 21 minutes long. If you watch this whole thing, we love you. I'm sorry it got so long. I skimmed the questions, but at least there's some. So yeah, say bye. So this is my Damon teddy bear. Come here.
You're hurting my neck.
This is my teddy bear, and there's your couples video. And yeah, I tag you to do a couples video if you're in a relationship. Oh, speaking of, there was one question Stina asked that I want to touch on. Let's see. What is your advice to young couples or advice to singles left with no hope? Stop looking for a relationship, and a relationship will find you. If you just like constantly obsess about it and put yourself down and keep looking and looking and looking, you're getting your expectations up here and something's not going to happen. If you stop caring and just live your life and be who you are and be friendly, the right person will come into your life. They will. They just will. You don't have to look for them. It just happens because it's supposed to happen. And advice for young couples, don't pick your battles. Don't have stupid arguments over little things because that was just a cycle.
Don't say the lie.
It's a cycle that will just continue and continue. And it takes a long time to break out of that habit of nitpicking. Just let it go. Just focus on the big issues and let everything else go. Because that stuff is hard to... It gets brought back up in future arguments for no reason. It's just care about each other and let the little stuff go. Don't sweat the small stuff because in the end it's just not worth it. Life is too short. So, alright. Bye. 23 minutes of us blabbing. Mostly me.